Hello, and welcome to Taylor Crafter Cook. Today I'm going to tell you about the second half of my February gardening. I didn't plant any more seeds this month. The second half of February I spent working on my outdoor garden. It was rebuilt a couple years ago and we never really refilled it completely with dirt, so I decided that this year would be the year that I did it. To start with, I pulled all of the weeds that were currently in the garden, because if I bury weeds with good dirt, I was afraid they would just get really big, really tall, and come out the top anyway. Now I plan to do a kind of a bastardized version of square foot gardening and small space gardening. I'm kind of mixing pieces from a whole bunch of different books and adding from different things I've seen and just coming up with some on my own from previous experience gardening. So the first thing I did was measure out where I was gonna put what. Not specific plants, but the bed is like 14-15 feet long and like 9 feet deep in certain areas, so I needed to add walkways, and I decided I wasn't gonna waste good dirt by walking on it. So I wanted to measure those out. Now to fill the garden, I decided that I didn't want to go and buy just garden soil or raised bed soil. I wanted to make my own, so I knew exactly what I was putting in there, or mostly what I was putting in there. In each batch of soil, I put 1 cubic foot bag of premium compost, which does not, it lists as organic, so I felt it was safe to use, but it doesn't list the ingredients. Not thrilled, but not much I can do about it because none of the compost at the store listed the ingredients except for the second thing I used, which was 1 cubic foot of manure and aged forest products. I don't know if it's technically a compost, but it's balanced and I decided to use that. The third ingredient was 2 cubic feet of peat moss, uncompressed, so 1 cubic foot compressed. I bought it in much bigger bags than that though, so it's like a 3 cubic foot bag, so uncompressed it's 6 cubic feet. It's cheaper that way. And the final ingredient was coarse vermiculite, or extra coarse vermiculite. I'm not sure, because different companies call it coarse and extra coarse, but it can be the same size across companies. It was really hard to find at the coarseness I wanted. Then I mixed it all up with the shovel by folding up the tarp, whatever I felt. Sometimes I used my hands, whatever I felt would get it well and truly mixed and combined. Then I put it in my grow bags, which I'm going to use for potatoes in April-ish, but for now I'm using it to carry dirt, and moved it over to the garden. And I made 6 batches, so I was at it for 2 days just mixing dirt. Technically 3 days if you count the day it was 20 degrees and my compost was frozen solid, so I spent all of 20 minutes trying to dump it out of the bag, realized it was a solid brick and wasn't going to mix with anything, and left it in the sun for the next day. After I finished filling the garden with dirt, I went back in with popsicle sticks to mark square feet so that I could later tie threads or jute or something to mark square feet, so that I can do 1 square foot of each thing. I'm not going to put the twine in until after it rains, which is supposed to be all of the first week of March. Then I will come in and put in the twine once my ground has had a chance to settle in, because I didn't really put much water in this dirt. I'm just going to let nature do it because it's supposed to pour all week. As for what else I planted, my strawberries are starting to poke their heads out of the ground. I have way more peppers than I know what to do with. Almost all of them came up. And I don't have a video of my lettuce because it's currently outdoors in the pouring rain and I do not want to walk out there to get it. It's being hardened off so that I can put it in the garden next week after the rain stops, or actually this Sunday because it's supposed to be 60 degrees. 60 in March. The first week. It's going to be amazing. But a lot of that will happen, but that'll all be in the March video. And that's it. I really didn't do much, so this video is fairly short. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you don't like this video, please leave me a comment as to why so that I can improve this channel. Thanks for watching and you'll have a great day.